our half protein box. Okay, up to 3,000, 3,500 it's very expensive. Okay, that's all for today. I'm going to introduce my team, which you'll be talking and meeting and also communicating during your time or what we call along the time that life. You can see that two pixel guy on the left. While we, one of the classes, Mr. Kadu, one is Sharon. Both of them are in charge with sponsorship for financial assistance related with for sponsorship related with contact them. You can get their number at your screen. They contact them. But don't contact them in the morning. Just for them to see. On our right, we have
Ambil tukul lah tu. Tadi eh?
Kita duduk dalam mana? Oh, padahal dah rambut kot.
Boleh dengar, Ban?
Boleh. Share slide. Lepas tu kita off mic. Kita check presenter chat. So hello and hi. Assalamualaikum. Welcome to virtual weekend at UTP. You are now in the parents' room. So for today session, so there will be three sessions to be conducted by CSD, Center for Student Development, from Residential Village to talk about the students' life in hostel, and also from registry staff to talk about the financial assistance. So I pass this floor to Mr. Zusni Abdul Ghani to talk about student experience by CSD.
All right. Let me go to my slide for a while. Okay. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. Very good afternoon actually to all the parents here. Thank you for joining us today for this session with Center for Student Development, CSD. Hopefully, all of you already had your lunch. Okay. My name is Zul Husni. I'm the executive for Technopreneurship Office from CSD. All right. So let's go to the next slide. All right. CSD have 5 offices, which each office plays an important role in supporting students' development and student experience in UTP. So the 5 offices are, the first one, we have Career Development Office, Technopreneurship Office, Student Mobility Office, Campus Life Office, and last but not least, Talent Enrichment Office. So there are 5 offices together. All right. So for this session, we will start with a brief introduction on each office under CSD. And from this, we can see many opportunities that the students can get when they join our student development programs. So now I will start with the first office, which is the Career Development Office. Okay, so what is this office is all about? This office main goal is to equip students with career-ready skills in enhancing marketability upon graduates. So to achieve these all 4 goals, CDO have crafted many programs for our students, as per you can see on the right bottom of your screen. Some of the programs really benefited the students, like industrial visits, campus mock interview, career fair, trend talks, and CV clinics. So to share with all of you, about 95% of UTP graduates were employed by private sectors companies, including MNCs and GLCs. So, and they receive salary above national average, which is around 3,000 ringgit and above. All right. So UTP also have a very unique and niche internship program, which we have the longest internship structure, which are 7 months. Quite long, right? So this has made our internship program is highly demand among industries partners. Our students have the opportunities to do their internship at overseas and also international companies, not only at local companies and around Malaysia only. So as you can see on the screen, these are some of our internship partners, such as Petronas, Intel, ExxonMobil, Dialog, and many more. All right. All right. Just to share with you guys, one of the internship success stories from our previous students. So you can see here, his name is Sharul Shafiq bin John Rahmat. He is in mechanical engineering and have done his 6-month internship in Mitsubishi Fuso Kawasaki, which is in Japan. All right. So among the opportunities that he get during his internship, he get his international networking, kenal ramai orang dekat overseas, and travel experiences, boleh travel sekali. So now currently he worked as a design engineer at Alps Electric Sendai, also in Japan. Okay, so now we move to the next office, which is Technopreneurship Office. All right. So what is Technopreneurship Office? The main role of the office is to change the job seeker into job creator mindset among the students, especially to secure the economic future of the UTP graduates by increasing the employment rate. Alright, so kita nak tukar cara pemikiran the students ni daripada asyik cari kerja ya. What about they themselves create create job for somebody else. Alright, so Technopreneurship Office provides services to the UTP students based on 6 core functions. 6 core functions which are avenue for awareness on entrepreneurship itself, providing product development skill set, providing business development skill set. Besides that, Techno Office also provide funding assistance untuk sesiapa yang nak start business. We provide funding assistance. And also we have the infrastructure and facilities for product and business development, and also provide the avenue for networking with various stakeholders for coaching, mentoring, and prosperity of the startup venture. All right. So for students with ideas, ada inventions. So Technopreneurship Office provide consultation on the way forward. So this includes providing students the mentoring and coaching in determining their value proposition and also designing their business model. Through our continuous engagement with students, so we can know their interests, skills, and talents, and from there, we leverage on our expertise to encourage them to further venture into their interests by providing all the assistance that we could. So kalau meaning to say that if we cannot provide something, we reach out to the real entrepreneur out there to help the students. All right. So next office is Student Mobility Office, or we call it here SMO. In a simple word, we offer SMO offer multiple types of overseas program to broaden student experience and enhance their self-development to become well-rounded global graduates. All right. So we offer 3 main type of outbound mobility programs. So outbound is referring to students traveling to overseas, whereas the inbound is the students that are traveling to Malaysia from overseas. All right, that's 2 different words, outbound and inbound. All right, so the first one is student exchange program, SEP, where students have the opportunity to go for exchange for 1 to 2 consecutive semester at their preferred university across the world. So previously we have sent students to Indonesia, China, Philippines, Turkey, UAE, USA, Norway, and lots more. So just now we hear from the internship, we can go overseas for internship, right? So now we have other programs that students have the opportunity to go overseas also, which is the exchange program. All right. For those students who prefer to go outbound for a short duration, all right, we have this option. For short duration, we have summer program, or we call it special education trip. So this program usually took around 2 weeks time, where most of our students chose to go in their semester break. So for this program, students can enroll in a short course, either in cultural, language, or any technical courses. The previous students have gone to South Korea and Germany. So apart from that, we also offer the research attachment program, RAP, where students get attached at the cutting edge research centers and experience working with global prominent researchers. So as shown here, we have students who undergone their RAP at USA, Germany, and also Australia. So mobility programs are not compulsory actually, tak wajib pun. But however, it is nice to have a program which could provide a better graduate, and it is an added value for the students. So as you can see, extra expenses need to be provided for program fees, flight tickets, accommodation, and etc. So at UTP, we offer partially financial assistance for those who are eligible and meet the requirement. So this funding can be applied through Yayasan UTP or Tabung Amanah Zakat UTP. The students may plan ahead their study journey and choose which mobility program that they want to join before grads. All right, moving on to the next office, which is Campus Life Office. So, Campus Life Office assists students in their transition into university life. Okay, this is important, where student will be provided with the resources and support needed. So while for students who like to nurture their skills and passion beyond classroom, so they can join clubs and societies in UTP. This will help in develop students in building their leadership capabilities. So embracing diversity and nurturing values. Okay, we also provide opportunities for students to be active and engaged at UTP and within its surrounding communities through community engagement projects and volunteerism programs. So this is quite important because, like I said before, embracing diversity. Maybe before this, we doesn't have the opportunity to interact with, international students from different countries. So this is the time. Okay, moving on. So first year experience unit, as you can see, are focusing in designing programs for new intake students. Either they enter UTP in foundation level or undergraduate level. So in their first year in UTP, first year experience team will assist them in their transition process from high school student to university graduate and experiencing the campus lifestyle in UTP. So in UTP, our aim is to produce graduates which with global citizenship mindset through the community outreach programs. As such, students are provided with opportunities to participate in and contribute to the community at a range of levels from local to global. In 2019, out of 3,200 students who participate in community outreach programs, 260 students getting internationalization experience by joining community outreach programs abroad. All right. So UTP also offered more than 70 clubs and societies for all students to join. That from the 8 clusters that we have. So this will give a chance for them to socialize, getting to know new friends, and even traveling locally and internationally, representing UTP in competitions and programs. So clubs and societies in UTP are very active, where normally we have more than 300 programs conducted by the students club and societies. All right, moving on to the next office, we have here Talent Enrichment Office, which is responsible to develop and enhance student capabilities and potential in sports, arts, and cultural. Okay, let's see what Talent Enrichment Office have to offer. So here, this office also provides various extra curriculum courses for students to venture when they enter UTP. So this office provides opportunities for all students to learn from basic in sports as well as arts and culture in our structured student development program development framework. For sports and recreation, we believe healthy body and mind will assist towards student success. So therefore, we have provided various types of sport facilities for students to experience, such as we have swimming pool, gymnasium, various sports courts, kayak, and many more. All right. So UTP sports team have achieved numerous recognition as well as achievements such as best sports team in Mahasiswa for netball and rugby. So and also overall champion for International Student Sports Carnival and many more. So in UTP also we encourage our students to conduct and running events by themselves at various level. So currently for sports, we have quite number of signature programs which fully run by our own students, no interruption at all whatsoever from the staff or the lecturers. So for example of the event program is the UTP Super Sport, UTP Netball Tournament, UTP Youth Chess Tournament, and many more. All right. So moving next is the heritage arts and culture. Right. So in UTP, we encourage our students to be active in any area that they're interested in. So currently under arts and culture, we have 15 active groups which frequently organize events or programs and also representing university at national and also international level program. Oh, all right. So I've been told that the slide is suddenly disappeared. Okay. Right. All right. Let me get to you. Let me share the screen back. Okay. Hopefully my screen is okay. All right. Wait, okay. Is it okay now, Mr. Farhan? Okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay. Let me see. Share screen. Share. Is it okay now, Mr. Farhan? All right. Okay. Okay. So where did I stop just now? All right. So we're talking about the achievement. All right. There are many achievements have been achieved by our students, such as the first prize for International Folk Dance, Cheonan World Dance Festival in Korea. And our university is the first and the only higher learning institute that have produced Gamelan Melayu album and can be streamed in all digital platforms. So besides that, we also provide platforms for students to develop their skills by providing structured training and certified instructor, which enable them to represent university at not only locally but also internationally. So when you join UTP, we welcome you to visit our office and we shall assist to develop and enhance your capabilities in becoming well-rounded global graduates. All right. So before we proceed with the video, during the video, I will share with you some question and there are prizes that to be won. Hadiah mystery. All right. Okay, now we proceed with a video from CSD, which showcase our students' activities. With that, thank you very much. Now,
Sorry, thank you for the sharing session, Zusni. So now we are moving to the second agenda, which we like to talk about students' life in campus. So I will invite Mr. Jeffroy Sani from Residential Village to share about students' life in UTP.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Farhan, our host for today, uh, and also Mr. Zulusni from CSD just now. Uh, Hello, all. My name is Muhammad Jafrani Abdul Ghaffar, Executive for Residential Village Department, University Technology Petronas. So for today, I will be sharing with all of you briefly about my department, what we do, what we provide, and what all your potential UTP students can expect when they enter UTP. But before that, I actually my team prepared a brief montage lah. I would need Mr. Farhan to please play the video. So enjoy the video first, okay? Okay, thank you, Mr. Farhan, for assisting the video. Hope you guys get the gist of what will happen and what to expect on the day of arrival and registration to our hostel. All right, so let's move on to my quick presentation about residential village management. Overall, our aim is to provide a conducive environment for all students that chooses to stay with us here in UTP. We attend to their basic amenities and also their needs within our capabilities. We want all students to feel at home when they are progressing in their journey towards their final goal in UTP, which is inshallah to graduate with flying colors. This is what we want everyone to feel here in residential village, summed up in this sentence here: home away from home. Okay? Just to share with you, here's an overall map of the university and also the 5-kilometer vicinity around the area. As you can see, on the top left, that's the university area. It is surrounded by natural forests and also some man-made lakes around, especially around Masjid An-Nur, which is our grand mosque. To the bottom right is the closest towns from UTP, which is Bandar University and also Seri Iskandar Business Center, SIBC or SIDEC. This is the place where students usually go hang out lah. Usually people for students that decide to hang out like maybe not too far, because going to Ipoh or Meru for example will take around half an hour and 45 minutes. They choose to hang out here lah most of the time, apart from in the campus of course. So well, around a decade back maybe we can see only some grocery stores, some local small markets in this area. Now is actually a bit developed, so you have a lot of fast food outlets, for example KFC, McDonald's, you have Domino's Pizza, and also hypermarkets such as Tesco, Econsafe, and Billion supermarket. So there's a variety of places for the students to hang out and maybe look for go shopping ke apa kan. And then apart from that, there is also Hentian Bus Seri Iskandar, where students can buy bus tickets to go back hometown. So for those who prefer to travel by bus, this is the stop lah, which is very close and very accessible. Okay. So enough about that. Let's go into the basic structure of who we are as a residential village. This is the organization chart. I would like to share that in residential village we have 3 main units that caters to different parts of our operation. First one is student accommodation, which is I myself in charge, and together with Puan Siti Nurul Ainani. Actually, Puan Siti Nurul Ainani caters more towards foundation students and also new intake. I am actually in charge of the more senior one, like undergraduate and postgraduates. However, for this session, I'm assisting Puan Ainani lah, because she is tending to the students' room. Kan? So apart from the student accommodation unit, we also have operation office under Puan Afikah Mazlan, and also our executive for campus dining and catering, which is Encik Shah Nizam. So together with us, we have 12 assistants assisting our operations, and they are in charge of separate villages around the campus. So they will be in a sense our front lines lah, our front liners for our students to communicate to usually. So these students, they akan jumpa these assistants first lah. So just to share with you our structure. Okay. So in looking at our new students, meaning those who had just ended their schooling years and about to begin their journey into university life, this is one of the program lah to help them get used to the transition. As you can see on the box in the left, basically says about the 3 phases lah, that the student will go through and experience. The first one is the transition period. You are here too. That one is actually you too, is not the parents lah, the student. So that is the phase where they first enter UTP, for example kan, new intakes coming from foundation and so on. So that one is we call it a transitional phase from school life, where student is learning and adjusting their time and studying style. Okay, because it's a bit different from school and university. And then there will be 2 more phases, which is transformational, which is the real university life lah, per se kan. Year 2, year 3, and final year of of the undergraduate study. And then to transition to working life or alumni lah, meaning when the student finish their studies and then maybe they go into working life, or they go into entrepreneurship, they create their own business and so on lah. So for all who present here, we would like to focus on the first part lah, that transitional phase too. As your children enters our university, they are taking their first step through this exciting journey. So for foundation and year one, all the students will be assisted by these four departments that I listed below in the slides. Center for Foundation Studies, CFS, which is their academic faculty during foundation. They will handle all the academic matters, so students can get support from the CFS as well. Number two is Center for Student Development. So our previous presenter, Mr. Zulhusni, is part of CSD. So they are handling most of the university events and also student bodies that the student can join to enhance their extracurricular skills. And then third one is us, Residential Village. We provide support in terms of their place of stay and also basic amenities. Okay. And then lastly, PCS is Psychology and Counseling Services, is for support in terms of spiritual and also psychological well-being. Right? So in terms of RV, under this foundation structure program, we have specified Village 1 and Village 2 to be the first touchdown, first place for the students when they arrive in UTP for new intakes. Okay. So in a few minutes, I will share the room profile for V1 and V2 so that you can expect what to expect for new. We actually have several villages. So V1 and V2 will be their first place that we, by default, we put them there first lah for the first year macam tu. First year. Alright, so moving on. This is room profiles for Village 1 and Village 2. Village 1 and Village 2 is having the same features lah. They are, first of all, they are dormitory types. They have in our villages we have single room and also twin sharing room. For your information, for new students, we by default we put them. We assign all new students to twin sharing rooms in Village 1 or Village 2 or both, depending on the size of the intake. This is mainly part of the initiative to ensure that students are engage and communicate each other during this first first year lah. Baru-baru masuk ni, we want them to get to know each other, make friends, and in general ensure that they start to gain this level of trust between each other. Why? Because we believe that kalau if they are separated, like it would be a bit macam unconducive lah. Kita tak nak dia duduk seorang-seorang, like tidak bergaul lah. So this is part of the initiative lah. Okay, so back to the rooms. Basic amenities for Village 1 and Village 2 is single mattress, study table, study lamp, electrical sockets for personal use, and also LAN port to connect to the high-speed internet. So students are encouraged to decorate their own living space, but please ensure no permanent changes lah, and also we do not want permanent damage to the room. Okay. We also have single rooms, like I said before. This is Village 1, and then this is Village 2. Single rooms, usually we put it available through our online booking system, UCampus. Alright. So this booking system, like I said, for new students earlier, because we pre-assign them, so they will not do the online booking. Masa first time tu, when they first enter UTP, they do not need to do the online booking. However, after the end of their first year, which is foundation, and they will require to book their own room through this online system. So single rooms and also our double rooms is available, and also they are available to choose any of the villages. Okay, cuma in the beginning je kita pre-assign them, siap-siap kat sini macam tu. Okay, So I would like to also mention that currently this year, RV is having a planned refurbishment to emulate Village 2 to emulate Village 1. So previously I showed the picture of Village 1. This one is Village 2. So we are looking that within this year there will be refurbishment for Village 2 to have a better ni lah. We want to change a better apa ni, tables, better furniture and so on. So please expect if you choose to register with us this year in to UTP, you can expect some blocks in B2 to be closed lah under refurbishment. Okay. So moving on, I would like to share some of the room profiles for other villages as well, so that when you can expect lah what where are the seniors staying in UTP. So for the seniors, these are the room profiles that they usually stay at village 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So village 3, 4, and 5 have the same layout, same type, which is apartment style. They have twin sharing room only. They do not have single room. The basic amenities is the same. So only extra amenities here, we have air conditioned room. For example, this is a picture of an air conditioned room. So it's just the same as the basic room. It's just that kita ada install aircon. So this one also available through booking lah, online booking like I said earlier. So but for students that are just entering in, they cannot like go book this room directly lah, because they will be assigned in village 1 and village 2 first. Okay, this one is village 4. So as you can see, the layout is the same. Village 5 is a bit different, but overall the same layout lah, the same type. Okay, and then next up we have village 6. Village 6 is the oldest block, the oldest village among all of them. It is dormitory style, just like V1 and V2, having similar basic amenities, and also all twin sharing rooms. This village is a bit special. It is situated opposite of the Masjid An-Nur. So it is surrounded by the extended lake, as you see. The man-made lake surrounding the mosque, and then our village 6 is very close to the mosque. Okay. This village is especially popular among some of our final year students. I think it is because they prefer the serenity, like the quiet, the calmness of the area, because it is surrounded by lake. For example, like V1, V2, and 3, 4, 5, and so on, they are clustered in one area. Okay, so macam orang kata apa, macam bandar lah. So V6 ni macam suburban, dia duduk kat bucu-bucu bandar. But it's a bit calm lah, it's very nice. Nevertheless, this is also available through booking in the campus. Okay. Moving on, I would like to mention about our other facilities and services lah, apart from the room. Okay. First off, all students, all UTP students will enjoy free internet, unlimited through our individual LAN connection, and also 22.5 gigabytes of Wi-Fi. We also provide Coway water dispenser at each residential block, and then we have self-service and also counter laundry services. For self-service laundry services, I think the price is around RM4. RM4, I think, yeah, RM4 for washer and RM4 for dryer. That's the, but you can top up if you need more to extend the time kan. Macam biasalah, macam laundry service outside. So for counter laundry service, it's based on weight lah, how many you bring, how many kilo, they will charge more. Okay. Other than that, we also have post laju kiosk in village 4. It is a centralized kiosk. So usually students, they like to make online purchases. So what they do is they will put their address in UTP, so that And if they use Pos Laju courier, they will send to this kiosk lah, so they can collect here. They do not have to go out to Sri Iskandar, for example. Okay. And then other services include the printing services and in our mini marts. And next is common room. Common room is for usually students use for open discussion and also study group. And for purposes which needs a bit more formality or a bit more privacy, students can book our meeting room available through booking as well. Also we have Rubel, ruang belajar, air conditioned area, study area. This is in village 5. Yeah, this is in village 5. And then sports facilities we also have as well, volleyball court, futsal court, sepak takraw court, and also basketball court. While there are courts in the main courts is at block A and block B, which is close to the oval park and also close to the main field padang of UTP field. We also have several courts that are closer to the village. So macam in V1 you have sepak takraw court and volleyball court right outside of the hostel. So for those who maybe they do not want to travel too far to the UTP field, they can play there. Alright. Futsal court is also available in V5, and which is accessible even from students from staying in V1 and V2 because it is all walking distance from each other. Alright. Next, we also have janitor services. Yeah, janitor services for common space available on weekdays and also Saturdays. They are in charge of cleaning. This is the time where cleaners will come and clean the places every day and also on Saturday. No cleaners on Sunday. However, please also note cleanliness of the room is still up to the student themselves. Our janitors do not enter students' room because of privacy and complications. Okay, and then we have parking spaces around residential area. All villages we have parking areas designated car park, motorcycle, and also bicycle. And then we have a female gymnasium, special female gymnasium in V4. This is an initiative from RB due to feedback some students they would like to maybe have some female students they request for like a bit of privacy sometimes and they do not want to travel too far to the real gym, the main gym in block B, so we provide a small female gymnasium at village 4 so that they can access there juga lah. Okay. Next, we also have surau available in every village as well, and also cafeteria at every village serving Malay, Chinese, and Middle East cuisine. So ada ni lah, you have a variety of choices. Okay. Next, we also have 24-hour in-house clinic, free services. This is free to all UTP students. And they also have ambulance services so that students can contact clinic if there is an emergency case. For example, like they cannot go to the clinic themselves, maybe it's a critical case. So the clinic also have that service lah. And then 24-hour security patrolling. Our security department is working hand in hand with RV. They provide patrolling 24 hours around the campus to ensure the safety of the students. So you don't have to worry about the safety in our village. Okay. At each village, there is also a designated security post. So if an emergency happen, let's say you need security intervention, students can directly contact security through their emergency line or directly go to this security post. Okay, there will be security personnel there that will assist. And then for your for students monetary and banking needs, we also have ATM machines, Maybank and CIMB. And then also you have UTP shuttle bus, which transports students in and out of UTP within Seri Iskandar punya township. So if they want to go to Seri Iskandar, if they do not have transportation, this is one of the options lah. Yeah, we provide. Okay. Next, I want to go a little bit into the rules and regulation of hostel area. I just want to show allowed appliances and also prohibited appliances. Things that you can bring and things that you should not bring to our campus. So in essence, we do not allow items that are related to cooking, okay? Because our rule says that no cooking is allowed in hostel area, okay? Also, we prohibit appliances that have heavy electrical load. Okay, so for example, like refrigerators and also portable aircons. This one takes a lot of electrical load lah. So we are advised that do not overload the each of the blocks punya ni lah, distribution board tu. So we hope that all all students abide by these rules. Okay. And then enough about the rules and regulation. We're going to talk a bit about our one of the initiatives lah, to extend our support to the students themselves. This is part of the initiative to extend support and also to provide empowerment. We want the students to take care of each other, take care of themselves, and also become the bridge for the students and also the management to better understand the students and so on. Among the community, several students will be nominated and also appointed to be the spokesperson and the funnel and the channel where communications go through between management and also the students in a systematic manner. This is what village representatives is all about. Okay. My personal comment about this is that it is a good opportunity for the students to train their soft skills and serve as a basic exposure towards management. So while they are with this village representatives, they understand that okay, working life dia punya cara macam ni and so on. So this will all definitely benefits them in preparing themselves for working life later in the future, right? And then not just becoming our change agent and becoming the mediator between students and management, village representative also and students in general are also given the opportunity to plan, organize, or maybe just simply join our localized event in the residential village. So previously YCSD is definitely the main focus for university events and so on. But we would like to also we at RV also have events that cater more towards encouraging student engagement and bonding with each other in the context of living in village. Okay, we want to create this harmonious environment lah. Okay, so these are some of the examples of the events. The village futsal, we have cultural events like Spring Festival. This one is an annual event. And then we also have arts events, Festival of Music and Arts. So students that can perform, students that can draw and make artwork. So we highlight their talents lah. Okay. These are some of the examples. Actually, there's more, tapi saya tunjuk sikit je lah. Some of the examples of events that were held previously, because you see they cater to students with different interests. Sebab kita nak ni lah, we are try to ensure that the events also have variety to attract students. So it is important that our students understand, while we can prepare all these necessary things, in the end, it is still up to them to choose whether to make their living in village more conducive or not. So it is both action, both parts punya action lah. So for everyone present here, you can always encourage your students to take part when they find out about events in UTP tu, join, okay? So that barulah they become this harmonious lah, right? And then next we have social media accounts as well. So for parents, you can follow us on Instagram. This is our Instagram punya account at rvutp_. Dia ada underscore because rvutp unfortunately is unavailable. Someone is taking that name. And then we also have a social media account on Facebook, UTP Residential Village. You can search it and like the page lah to follow. We usually post major announcements, and also sometimes we share important information and news from other departments as well. For example, like registry, CSD, and also academic faculties sometimes. Usually, main communication is internally lah with students through email and so on. However, for major announcement, usually we post in social media as well. So parents are welcome to check them out. Next, for further inquiries, like if you have questions, you can ask directly here in the chat box. I will try to answer later. However, if you require like a detail punya, you would like to clarify a bit more detail regarding something that you would like to ask, I would suggest you lodge your queries to Unified Customer Service, UCS, ucs.utp.edu.my. Just a simple register. You register your account there, and then you can put your queries and submit. It's very simple. Or if you prefer email, you can just drop us an email to utp.rv@utp.edu.my. Okay. So we will look at our person in charge will look at these queries, and then we try to provide any clarifications regarding your questions ke, ada something yang unclear ke, ataupun you would like to know more, feel free to. Okay. And that is all for me. Okay. I would like to thank you all for your kind attention, and I hope everyone has a better understanding now regarding residential village, what we do, what we provide, and who are our team. Okay. So with that, I pass the stage back to Mr. Farhan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jafrosani. So now we move to the financial assistance briefing by Mr. Tajul. So I invite Mr. Tajul to the stage.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you again to Tuan-Tuan and Puan-Puan for your kind attention, or for your kind spend time at during this afternoon with us. So today or now, I would like to share the financial assistance that is available to the UTP students on board, especially for May intake. So there's a lot of because in this coming semester or May semester, because of our students, they are yet to get the SPM result. So they are coming here, or they are coming or to register with the trial. So let me just go through a bit about the sponsorship details. Okay. This is just a brief about the definition of the sponsorship or scholarship or education loan. Basically, what is scholarship? Scholarship basically some amount of money or payment to the student in the academic achievement or merit in order to support the students. Basically, there is two types of sponsorship: full scholarship and also partial scholarship. There are two kinds of it. So for full scholarship, the sponsors will give total full amount of tuition fees, plus sometimes they will give the allowance as well for living expenses. And then but there is a certain sponsor that only give tuition fees only. And then for partial scholarship, uh, it depends on to the sponsors. Some sponsors it will pay up to, for example, 12,000 a year, 20,000 a year, for 20,000 a year for tuition fees plus living allowance, contoh. So for partial sponsorship, you may request or you may apply for PTPTN as well to top up the balance from the sponsorship. And then the other one is education loan. What is the education loan is the amount of money that given by the institution. For example, yang paling mudah adalah PTPTN, and then there's a bank. Other agencies, for example, like MARA, it is a partial, it's a loan, but it is a convertible loan. But some certain things, some of it is a scholarship. Okay, so there is a lot of criteria, or so it will appear everything in the agreement. Okay, classification of financial assistance. The classification, okay, there's from government, which is like macam JPA, MARA, and PTPTN. These are government agencies. And then there is sponsors coming from corporate companies. For example, Top Glove, Shell, Great Eastern, macam ExxonMobil, Halliburton, Baker Hughes, apa semua tu. And then there's from financial institution, banks, which is banks lah. Macam UTP now, we have a partner from Bank Rakyat, ada Agrobank, OCBC, mostly provide education loan or personal loan. And then university scholarship. For university scholarship, okay, for UTP, we do have our own funding as well, which is from Yayasan UTP and also from Tabung Mana Zakat. I will explain for this internal sponsorship later on. And then from government link company, GLC, which is from Petronas itself, SMW, from Tenaga Nasional, Telekom, from Bank Negara, PNB, UEM, semua tu. And then also there is from individual itself. Okay, financial assistance for students at UTP student. Okay, we have full. Macam contohnya is from Petronas, JPA, MARA, Yayasan UTP, Penaju, and few corporate companies macam Shell, Halliburton, Technip, so, and then partial PTPTN. So PTPTN ni we call it partial because of the amount of sponsorship. Even if it is 100% loan amount, it is not sufficient to cover the whole tuition fees for UTP. And then from Tabung Zakat as well, Tabung Zakat, they will give a sponsorship partially after minus, for example, tuition fees minus PTPT, and then the balance will be from Zakat. And then there's from state foundation yang macam Yayasan Perak, Yayasan Terengganu, semua tu, Yayasan Pahang, and then even from corporate companies macam partial macam KLK ada, lepas tu ada Gadang, lepas tu a few other companies, a lot of companies lah. And then for this is once-off assistance. Once-off ni maksudnya dibagi sekali saja, sekali. It depends on the request. It is not in the agreed. For example, agreed for 1 year or for 4 years. Okay, so it is based on a request basis and based on fund available basis. It is from Yayasan UTP bursary, from Tabung Zakat, and also from welfare fund. Okay, this is internal sponsorship. UTP macam under university scholarship tadi. So under internal sponsorship, we do have from YUTP full scholarship. This is covered from foundation program until you complete your degrees. Okay, for your case, until anak-anak tuan-tuan dan puan-puan complete your degree, which is 1 year foundation plus 4 years degree for engineering and geoscience, and for IT, information system, computer science, business, and then applied chemistry itu semua, it is 1 year plus another 3.5 years. Okay. So untuk Yayasan UTP Scholarship, it is must be applied together with Petronas Scholarship. So the requirement or the minimum access requirement adalah as per Petronas Scholarship punya requirement. And then the household income is basically we require below 4,000. So what's the benefit? It will cover all tuition fees, hostel fees, monthly allowance, motor book allowance and everything. And then there is our partners UTP, Yayasan UTP with Yayasan Peraju. Okay, so it will cover about almost similar macam Petronas juga, alright. So household income also below 4,000. And then YUTP full scholarship for undergrad pun sama. Okay, so this is for YUTP companies full scholarship ni. It depends on the companies itself because some companies they said this is for degree program only. But normally this program will cover student from normally from foundation. Okay, for example, they require student for CGPA 3.0 from mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, and civil engineering. Okay, that is their requirement. And then some companies require 3.0 as well for let's say for IT, for computer science, and for computer engineering. So there's a lot of criteria given because we have quite a number of companies. Right? Okay, this is under Yayasan UTP as well. This is education grant. Education grant, we have two types of education grant that covers from foundation until undergraduates. Okay, for education grant we have two. This is EG 100, which is education grant for covers tuition fees up to 100,000. Okay, and the other one is EG 50, which is covers only up to 50,000. Okay, this one the requirement for education grant is quite low, a bit different, which is our requirement is minimum household income is 10,000. Macam tadi scholarship is below 4,000. Now it's below 10,000. Okay. Okay, and then there are again YUTP bursary for once-off assistance. Okay, this is tabung amanah zakat. For tabung amanah zakat, we have two categories, which is one is a special scheme. For tabung amanah zakat, it is applicable for Muslim only, Malaysian Muslim only. Kalau macam Yayasan UTP just now, it is applicable to all Malaysian. Tak kisah siapa-siapa, as long as it is meet the requirement of the income. So for tabung amanah zakat, so because why tabung amanah zakat UTP? Because UTP is one of the amil juga for Majlis Agama Islam Negeri Perak. So there's a lot of payer from UTP staff, from Petronas, from alumni UTP, and then even from partners, UTP partners juga yang buat pembayaran zakat kepada UTP amil lah, UTP amil. Then segala all those payment for zakat we pass hand over to Majlis Agama Islam Perak, and then Majlis Agama Islam Perak will return back about half of it to be given to the Asnaf, which is for us it is a student for scholarship and then also student for the bursary. So that is how we have the fund to sponsor students through tabung amanah zakat. Okay, I will explain further. Okay, this is more clearer for main intake. So we have a lot of quite about 200 allocation for B40 and N40 students. Okay, first, okay, this is our program for 1 year foundation, because of after foundation there's a lot of other sponsors that is waiting for them during undergraduate. Contohnya macam MARA, JPA. So once they complete their foundation with 3.0 at least, then it is easy for them to get this sponsorship during their undergraduate. It's not only MARA, JPA. There's a lot of other ada sponsors from macam Bank Rakyat. Bank Rakyat pun ada dua. Satu loan, education financing. The other one is loan, convertible loan for people's below 5,000 income. Okay, for this one, okay, for this is we are highlighting this one for May intake only because we would like to utilize all these 200 allocation for May intake. Okay, that's it for B40 category. Okay, B40 category, tabung amanah zakat will cover everything, the tuition fees and also hostel after minus PTPTN, which is 6,800. Okay, which is the total amount should be 18,500 after minus 6,800 tu, and then all the balance tu will be covered by tabung amanah zakat. Okay, lepas tu there's commitment from ibu bapa. There's no commitment at all. Okay, the only commitment is bayaran ataupun not to say bayaran lah, duit pocket to their own children, their own son or daughter. Okay, tak ada lain-lain yuran tersembunyi. Okay, tak ada extra yuran apa yang lain-lain. Okay, kalau ada pun cuma untuk kalau yalah, duit kalau nak buat, kita panggil apa, nak pergi dobi ke, nak buat dobi apa semua tu, nak beli barang-barang lain, itu there's ada extra lah. So because all dobis apa semua it is not under UTP. So there is a dobi services dekat every hostel semua tu. Okay, lepas tu, okay, this is the highlight for the May intake only. Okay, so ada student ataupun parents yang takut yang contohnya kalau anak saya masuk in May and then suddenly dia punya results not as good as dia trial. For example, dulu trial dapat 5A, 6As, right? Tapi bila the actual result dapat only 4As. So don't worry. The actual thing is that kalau untuk zakat ini dia hanya perlukan minimum grade C saja. Okay. Or otherwise yang the requirement is only dapat masuk ke UTP saja. Okay, as long as dia masuk ke UTP, tak kisah mana-mana program, they are eligible untuk zakat because of we are looking at the only thing that that matters is only income, family income. Lepas tu juga bila dia masuk kat sini for May intake, so all these students they can apply to any other sponsors, okay, based on their result. Contohnya SPM dapat 8A semua tu. 8A semua tu they can apply for example, they can apply for again, so for MARA ke, JPA ke, Petronas ke, UEM ke apa semua tu, Bank Negara apa semua tu, they can apply everything. Okay, and then if they get the good result dan juga they pass all those interview for scholarship as well, then please request to stay at UTP, and then for the sponsors to continue sponsor them at UTP, right? Okay, and then for example satu lagi, ada banyak parents tanya, tak kisahlah untuk B40 kategori ke ataupun T20 kategori ke, yang we will not charge you kalau your sons or your daughters, your children's result it is not meeting our requirement based on actual result. Contohnya kalau dulu trial semua dapat 6As, okay, untuk semua subjek yang kita perlu, but in the actual result kata announced in end of May nanti, so the result dapat okay 5As dan juga 1D. D tu untuk physics, okay, because our requirement is that all must be minimum C, including physics apa semua, BM based on dia punya apa program dia lah, subjek yang dia ambil tu. Kalau ada D for example physics, then we will advise them to switch program. For example daripada engineering pergi ke buat computer science ke, buat IT ke, okay, supaya they can continue study at UTP. But if they do not want to change the program, they still want to continue for engineering, then they have to quit UTP lah. So at that time we will not charge the student lah for tuition fees. Okay, means that tuition fees tu yang 18,000 tadi lah, yang 1,300 tu semua tu itu tak boleh refund balik because of that one is not tuition fee, that one is registration fees, which is kita consider once dah masuk tu dah utilize because of there's ada minggu alam siswa lah, minggu orientation lah, lepas tu ada all those package yang kita sediakan, bags lah apa semua tu, all those other services, then kita consider that one is registration fees. For tuition fees, biasanya pelajar kita akan charge after confirm your add and drop period. Contohnya after 3 weeks selepas registration. But in this case, prepare, but we will wait until the SPM result announced. Okay, kalau SPM result announced, your result tu semua above the requirement yang kita punya requirement the minimum C, then you can proceed and also we will continue to give you the invoice. Okay. Okay, this is the snapshot untuk this is for summary for tuition fee for tabung amanah zakat for foundation program, which is kita nak below 4,000 income consider free. 4,000 ke 8,000 only bayar about 367 ringgit per month. Okay, itu saja. Okay, sama minimum C, digalakkan belajar lain, yuran-yuran pengajian tak akan charge kalau tak keputusan tak menepati kita punya requirement. Okay, sponsorship yang lain, external sponsorship untuk financial assistance in 2021. Jadi lagi. Okay, sorry ada lag sikit untuk screen tadi. Okay, for external sponsorship kita ada from Petronas. Okay, for this Petronas lah apa semua, all those banyak sponsors will come in May and June nanti because of result akan keluar by normally end of May because we got the information from the ministry yang result will be announced somewhere in May or June lah itu. So akan keluar nanti macam Petronas apa semua untuk foundation. So tuan-tuan perempuan jangan risau, kita akan update semua ni kepada pelajar-pelajar waktu dia ada kat UTP nanti supaya mereka ni semua boleh submit application secepat mungkin based on apa result yang dia dapat dan juga apa requirement penaja. Contohnya penaja nak 8A, nak 9A, nak 6A, okay. So kita akan update semua dan kita akan give all the information required supaya the students can do the necessary. Okay. Untuk MARA apa semua ni, MARA TSP ni adalah untuk kita panggil undergraduate untuk degree program, GRP postgraduate, PIDN untuk undergraduate. Yang lain boleh lah, Yayasan Tunku Abdul Rahman, YTL, Hong Perak apa semua ni ada bagi bantuan untuk pelajar-pelajar especially untuk B40 punya kategori. Majlis Agama Islam Terengganu pun ada juga. Okay. Okay, this is untuk PTPTN. Okay, just for information untuk tuan-tuan perempuan yang not under B40 dan juga M40 T20 for this T20. Okay, especially untuk foundation. Untuk foundation untuk B40 kategori ni adalah untuk kategori under yang mana BRIM recipient ataupun BPN recipient sahaja yang dapat, because of once student submit the application tu nanti, because for PTPTN application nanti untuk May intake kita akan advise bila nak kena buat sebab pelajar-pelajar tak boleh apply lagi sekarang sebab pelajar-pelajar belum dapat SPM result. Itu saja. Okay, kita akan advise kemudian. Okay, lepas tu pelajar-pelajar ni kena apply untuk group pertama recipient yang ada BPN ataupun BRIM ni. Kalau dia apply, dia akan letak nama parents, nama ayah dan juga nama IC ayah dan juga IC mak. Automatically kalau they are BRIM recipient, automatically dia akan dapat 6,800. Kalau bukan BRIM recipient, dia akan dapat cuma 5,100 untuk 1 tahun tu. Okay, dia akan consider M40 punya kategori lah. Okay, so M40 punya kategori macam tadi 18,000 total fees, tolak 5,000. Jadi lebih kurang 13,000. 13,000 tu tolak tuition fees daripada tajaan zakat 9,000. 13,000 tolak 9,000, jadi tinggal lagi 4,000 saja lebih kurang. So 4,000 bahagi dengan 12, so lebih kurang 300 sajalah 1 tahun. Okay. Okay. Untuk kategori T20 ataupun 8,000 ke atas income, so maksimum pelajar boleh dapat cuma 3,400 setahun. So it means that the balance tuition fees yang kena bayar adalah lebih kurang 15,000. Tuition fees ni including hostel semula sekali. So lebih kurang 15,000 bahagikan dengan 12 bulan. So sebab pembayaran ni bukanlah lamsam 12,000 tu. So pembayaran tu bahagi kepada 3 semester. So 3 semester ni dalam 15,000 ni bahagi 3 lebih kurang 5,000 satu semester sajalah. So kalau nak buat pembayaran bulan-bulan, contohnya masuk Mei bayar sikit, Jun bayar sikit, Julai bayar sikit, so bayar lebih kurang 1,000 ke 1,500 setiap bulan pun dah okey dah boleh cover dah. Okey, itu saja. So selain daripada tu juga kita ada bantuan daripada bank juga. Kita ada buat partnership dengan Bank Rakyat. So dengan Bank Rakyat ni kita panggil syariah compliance, okay, it is education financing. Okay, so yang mana dia boleh finance up to 100,000. Okay, so rate dia sangat rendah. Okay, kita dah buat deal dengan Bank Rakyat yang dapat 3.31% up to 3.65% bergantung kepada credit eligibility lah. Okay, lepas tu the good thing is that minimum the monthly installment payment tu akan start bayar selepas tamat pengajian. Itu saja. Yang during pengajian tu cuma buat serve sikit saja dia punya interest saja ataupun bayar interest lah kot, apa yang bahasa syariah dah lupa. Okay. So all those thing basically all the payment installment tu start akan bayar selepas tamat pengajian. Okay, selain daripada tu untuk degree, untuk EPF withdrawal ni applicable untuk degree program saja dan juga postgraduate program saja. Okay. Okay, this is what to consider before. This is just a tip saja lah. Okay, before nak submit application tu, tengok this is what type of assistance yang mana apa yang tuan-tuan perlu untuk anak tuan-tuan, sama ada perlukan bantuan macam loan ke ataupun scholarship ke apa semua. Itu akan bergantung kepada sponsors ataupun fund provider. Lepas tu how and where to apply. Okay, first sekarang ni normally nowadays semua application akan dibuat melalui online platform kebanyakan lah. Tapi ada certain sponsors lagi masih ataupun masih menggunakan form juga lah. So tapi normally mostly lah I would say akan gunakan online platform untuk submit application dan juga submit documents lah untuk for attachment. Okay, yang penting kena tengok apa benda yang dia nak apply dan apa pelajar-pelajar tu, dan jangan kita akan juga maklumkan kepada pelajar-pelajar. So melalui kalau dah belajar kat UTP melalui email dan juga kita punya social media supaya pelajar-pelajar ni boleh alert lah. Right? So eligibility criteria, so kena screen. Okay, sorry screen lost tadi. Okay, untuk eligibility criteria kena check, and then lepas tu supporting document. Okay, supporting documents ni penting because of based on recent ataupun a few years back, banyak sponsors kata pelajar-pelajar ni bila submit tu documents dia ada yang tak lengkap. So kita sangat harap-harap takut pelajar-pelajar satu sama ada pelajar nanti kena reject based on incomplete documents apa semua, sebab kalau penaja tu banyak dia punya applicants dia banyak, ada contohnya allocation ada 500, applicants ada 3-4 ribu. So dia akan concentrate kepada siapa yang bagi dokumen yang lengkap sajalah. Siapa yang tak lengkap tu dia consider incomplete document or incomplete submission. Okay. So in term of nak buat pengesahan apa semua, kalau dia dekat UTP kita boleh tolong buat pengesahan, ataupun dia boleh gunakan pengesahan dokumen yang dia submit. Contohnya bila dah accept UTP tu nanti, kita akan minta dia submit documents ataupun evidence yang semua certificate yang dia dah ada sebelum ni. So dia boleh gunakan dokumen yang sama untuk submit application nanti. Deadline penting, jangan submit past deadline. Okay. So contact details, make sure bagi nama, bagi contact senang dihubungi, okay, dan juga email yang selalu buka. Okay, jangan bagi email yang jarang-jarang buka. Nanti bila hantar email semua tu dia kadang-kadang baca-baca pun dah pas deadline, right? Okay, proses semua tu biasanya online bila penerima start terima permohonan, lepas tu bila screening, assessment, test semua ni, okay, lepas tu lepas buat test ataupun assessment baru dia orang akan buat shortlist based on apa merit yang dah buat. Lepas tu baru interview. Interview ni biasanya kalau it depends on sponsor. Sekarang ni banyak sponsors buat interview ni melalui online sajalah ataupun buat video conferencing semua tu. So yang penting, lepas tu and then the last one ni untuk penaja-penaja yang apply for yayasan. Kebanyakan sekarang ni buat banyak yayasan buat due diligence. Due diligence sama ada dia akan pergi check sama ada contohnya bila apply tu dia ceritakan yang ataupun payslip ni ceritakan yang permohonan ni pemohon ini parents dia gaji cuma dalam 1,000-2,000 saja. Tapi bila dia orang pergi ke rumah pelajar tu sendiri, tengok rumahnya sampai 2 tingkat, 3 tingkat apa semua, pakai kereta bus apa semua, tak layak, mungkin tak layak lah macam tu. Okay. Okay, kalau dah semua dah pas, due diligence dah pas, baru dia orang kat award. Okay. Okay. Untuk itu saja untuk penajaan semua ni. And then why kita nak macam especially untuk zakat semua ni kita nak utilize for May intake sebab kita nak satu pelajar-pelajar ni dia ada masih ada momentum yang tinggi untuk mereka semua belajar. So that's why kita nak pelajar-pelajar ni masuk terus ke May intake untuk menggunakan tabung zakat ini. Okay, sebab satu lagi bila dah habis May intake, mereka yang join May intake ni akan habis awal satu semester as compared to dia punya kawan-kawan yang join September intake nantilah. Lepas tu kalau masuk May intake untuk dekat UTP, mereka akan dapat program apa yang diorang pilih lah. Contohnya kalau nak betul-betul nak buat computer engineering, so kita offer computer engineering in foundation and terus untuk kita secure untuk degree program. Tak macam kalau masuk untuk foundation dekat tempat lain ataupun masuk matrikulasi, dia masih belum tahu apa lagi dia nak buat waktu degree tu nanti. So nanti bila dah habis foundation ataupun habis degree, baru nak apply tempat dekat UTP, then kita hanya priority UTP adalah memberi kepada foundation untuk naik ke degree dulu. Okay. Selepas tu baru kita ambil daripada pelajar-pelajar yang di tempat lain lah. Okay. Itu saja. Okay, untuk contact us, saya Tajul, atas sekali email ada, contact number ada. Saya akan pass saya punya contact number, mobile number dekat chat area sekejap untuk tuan-tuan dan perempuan lah take note dan juga boleh call juga WhatsApp saya.
Terima kasih Cik Tajul. So tadi kita dah discover tentang student experience and journey oleh Cik Zusni and also from Jeff Rosani from Residential Village about hostel and by Mr. Tajul for financial assistance. So if you have any inquiries, you can always ask Mr. Tajul. He left his number in the discussion forum. So feel free to ask any question to us. Okay. Thank you so much for attending virtual weekend at UTP. So see you tomorrow on 28th morning and evening session. Thank you. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.